Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us on this Tuesday for WNY News Now. I'm Matt Hummel. Justin has a day off. And happening now, a Jamestown man is charged with rape and sex abuse. We'll have details coming up. Plus, Jamestown police say a man allegedly threatened to stab someone during an argument. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter has a look at the First Defense weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Matt, and happy Tuesday, everybody. We finally made it through Monday, and it was a wet Monday, especially as we went through the later afternoon and to tonight. Today, the radar is clear. We can watch this all day long, and it will show the exact same thing. Nada. And we need a couple days of dry time after the rain we had, so nothing returning on radar, and that will be the case. But look at this. This is the satellite imagery. Look at the clouds going away. We just have a few high clouds that'll be left with us today, and that will continue to be the story through tomorrow as well. But yeah, we're still dealing with all this pollen stuff here. The tree and grass pollen is still running moderate, so those are your two culprits. And you know, I feel you. I've been sneezing a lot, so I definitely feel you if you're in that same boat. So partly to mostly sunny today, cooler, but the good news is less humid, and it will be dry. 62 on the lower hills, on the highest hills, to 68 across the lower elevations with a northwest wind averaging 10. Pardon me, with a northwest wind averaging 10 to 20 miles per hour. We'll time out the next rain chance, pardon me, that comes through the middle of the week, Matt.
Alrighty, Dakota. I hope the pollen didn't get you too much. Thank you. Our top story today, a Jamestown man was arrested following a month-long investigation into a report of a suspicious situation that reportedly involved incidents in the towns of Sheridan and Ellery. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says that 33-year-old Richard LaFrance is charged with 2 counts of second-degree rape, 3 counts of second-degree criminal sexual act, and first-degree sexual abuse. Now, at this point, there were no further details on the incidents, but LaFrance is being held without bail in Chautauqua County Jail. Meanwhile, New York State Police did assist in the investigation. A Westfield man allegedly pulled out a knife before threatening to stab another person during an argument on East 5th Street here in the city of Jamestown yesterday afternoon. Jamestown police say that 29-year-old Ryan Kelly reportedly fled before police arrived, but was located a short time later. Kelly is charged with second-degree menacing and third-degree criminal possession of a weapon. He is in Jamestown City Jail to await arraignment. Police responded meanwhile to a barricaded man in the area off of Madison Avenue Monday evening in Warren. WNY News Now's news partner Erie News Now reported that a strong police presence was in downtown Warren. Police say a man barricaded himself in a house in the area, and this was following a domestic dispute. Warren City Police led a 6-hour standoff in the Madison Street area until the suspect was taken into custody. Roads were blocked off from North Irvin to past Central Avenue. Warren State Police, Pennsylvania State Police, Special Emergency Response Team, the County Sheriff's Office, police from Conowongo Township, the Warren Fire Department, and Emergency Care were on scene. In Chautauqua County, officials have released details of a report that tracked aquatic invasive species here in Chautauqua Lake. Ecology and Environment, Inc. was contracted by the county to analyze methods to control aquatic invasive and nuisance plants in the lake. To control these aquatic invasive plant species, the report recommends to regularly monitor plant communities to track herbicide results and plant regrowth in order to make informed management decisions. Utilize the most effective combinations of chemical, biological, physical management techniques and tools available, and rotate herbicides used at a given site in order to prevent herbicide resistance in targeted plants. Since 1937, county officials say that there have been 51 aquatic plant species identified in Chautauqua Lake. While most of the plant diversity consists of native species, there is an abundance of Eurasian water milfoil and curly-leaf pondweed in the lake. These two highly invasive, non-native aquatic plant species were first documented in 1972 and 1937, respectively, and they continue to have an impact on the health of Chautauqua Lake. Officials say they will use the data from this report to further develop lake management techniques. And yes, this is something, guys, that we've been seeing a lot for the last year or so. How to treat a lot of the plants here in Chautauqua Lake. Let us know what you think in the comments. What your take on it? Joe said, "Good morning, Joe." He says it looks like dirty water, and yeah, it definitely does. I know some parts of the lake look really, really nice, and then others are just, they're plain dirty, so hopefully they can find something out there. Good morning to David, or good afternoon rather, enjoying the day out there, I see. The Jester's Promoting Company's here, thank you much. Connie, hello. Patricia, nice to see you. Tina, always a pleasure. Let's see, Dakota's here. And yeah, I'm proud to have everybody here on this Tuesday. Thank you for joining us again. And coming up, we'll have details on an earthquake that occurred in Lake Erie yesterday. But first, a Jamestown City Council candidate is hosting a meet and greet to talk about issues that faces her district. Dakota.
Yeah, that earthquake is actually very interesting, so stay tuned for that story. 73 was the high yesterday, 49 was where we bottomed out this morning, just a little bit below average, but a below average feel will continue through the next week. News Now at noon continues in a minute, so don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Well, hey, my name's Dave Wilfong, and I want to be the mayor of the city of Jamestown. I grew up in the city of Jamestown, graduated from Jamestown High School, and after graduation I went into the U.S. Army for 4 years. When I came back to Jamestown, I noticed that Jamestown had taken a different road, a road that I wasn't happy with. In 2014, I was elected as Chautauqua County Representative from District 11 in the city of Jamestown. I promised my constituents 3 things: that I would lower taxes, I would cut wasteful spending in government, and I would decrease the size of government. And I'm proud to say that I've done all 3 things. I think we need to move Jamestown to the manufacturing base that it once knew and was actually king of at one time. We need to provide shovel-ready sites. We need to provide a workforce that's ready to take on those jobs and bring the tax base back to Jamestown and make Jamestown the American city that it used to be and still can be. My name's Dave Wilfong. I'm running for mayor of the city of Jamestown. Please vote for me on primary day, June 25th. The polls are open from 12 to 9. Thank you so much.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, you know, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
This year's Frewsburg Gala Days is bigger than ever. It's Old Home Week, June 12th through the 15th. Catch musical performances by Hot Mess Friday at 8, Smokin' 45 Saturday at 8. All the food, fun, and friends will be at Frewsburg Fire Company's annual Gala Days.
And happening now, a candidate for Jamestown City Council's 2nd Ward seat will be holding a meet and greet at her home next week to discuss issues that face the city of Jamestown. Raven Mason Thompson's meet and greet is scheduled for Tuesday from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at 111 Newton Avenue. Mason Thompson says that she is inviting all residents of the city, and not just Ward 2 voters, to informally meet her and talk about issues that the city faces. Now, Mason Thompson says that the reason she is inviting all city council members, the mayor, and residents to come visit her at her home is to hear the voice of the community members from Ward 2 and beyond. A 4.0 magnitude earthquake was reported Monday outside of Cleveland. This video shaking caught on Ohio Department of Transportation cameras. The U.S. Geological Survey says that the quake was centered in Lake Erie and it happened at about 10:50 a.m. Rumbling could be felt throughout northeast Ohio, including the areas near Euclid and Mentor. According to the USGS, 220 people reported feeling the earthquake. Lake County Sheriff's Office say that they haven't received any reports of damage, and at last check, there were also no reports of any power outages. And shopping at the grocery store can take a big bite out of your paycheck, but there are some small and simple ways that you can take to save your money. Mary Maloney has the tips in today's Consumer Watch.
Food can be expensive. The USDA says a family of 4 spends on average roughly $875 to $1,045 a month at the grocery store. So how can you save a little green while shopping for your veggies? Plan. Look at your pantry and freezer. See what you already have and use it. Then buy what you need. Try to only shop once a week. That way you can lower impulse buys and save gas. Shop around. Find out if milk is cheaper at one store and buy it there. Also, look at the store's ads and plan your meals around the deals. Consider coupons. Try coupons.com or redplum.com. Use the SnipSnap app to organize your coupons or download Checkout 51 to get rebates for things you've already bought. Simple ways to fatten your wallet while buying your food. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
Alrighty, Mary, thank you so much. And a soldier from Western New York will become the Iraq War's first living Medal of Honor recipient. The White House reports that former Army Staff Sergeant David Bellavia will be presented with the award later this month. The 43-year-old was previously awarded the Silver Star, but will have that distinction upgraded to the Medal of Honor, which is the nation's highest award for combat valor. To date, the Medal of Honor has only been awarded posthumously to service members who served during the Iraq War. Bellavia will be recognized for his actions on November 10th of 2004. Officials say he saved members of his platoon after they were attacked, and it was his 29th birthday. The ceremony will take place on June 25th with President Trump presenting the award. And that's absolutely a good story to hear, and it sounds like a very unique thing considering that, again, most of the awards before were posthumous. So again, thank you for your service on that, and we will, of course, at WNY News Now continue to follow that story. Looking here in the comments, meanwhile, Joe says, could be known as the Lake Erie Tsunami. Yeah, that's a good name. I think we need to get that trademarked, Joe. Give us a call. We'll see what we can do there to help you out. Good afternoon, Lori. Lovely to see you again. Hey, Alberta. Thanks for joining us. Let's see, Emily's here. Good afternoon as well. And yeah, it seems like the topic of today is Chautauqua Lake with that dirty water earlier in the show. Now we're talking about the Lake Erie tsunami. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see you know, some of the post results. We'll talk with Dakota Hunter later on this earthquake. Can't wait to hear that. So yeah, Dakota, knowledgeable on those earthquakes. Speaking of Dakota, he's up next. Here's a check of our weather forecast. Later, Norm Rodriguez with some local sports headlines. News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
What we did is we threw the kids away And that is an issue for me.
It's this illusion of a design for the future while still living in a society that suppresses the past.
It's a lot of small businesses out here. We're not corporate made, so we don't get the attention that we deserve also.
You put money in your residence and the value of your property does not increase.
You know, we've taken God out of the equation. Because of that, I believe that we have gone on this downhill spiral.
Raven's been at my home. I think this is the 4th meeting to discuss issues. How's things going? What would you like to see change?
And she's pushing for small businesses.
I just think it's time to try something new and see if someone else can make a positive difference.
That's the type of genuine person that should be in public service.
So if we want to make a difference, we have to vote differently. I'm Raven Mason Thompson, running for Ward 2 City Council, and look forward to your vote on the June 25th primary.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back, and let's take a live look to kick off this weather segment over the Warren City Bank in downtown Warren. Traffic flowing A-OK over the Hickory Street Bridge, and look at the beautiful sunshine that we have across the area. Just a few clouds dotted in the sky, and look at that dew point number, 44. So the dew point has came down, so it's less humid, but it's also a little chillier than it was yesterday. Today might not be a bad idea to take your boat on Lake Erie. The water temperature actually on Lake Erie actually dropped a couple degrees because of the cooler temperatures that we've had. It's 57 off Buffalo and 58 off Erie. About a week ago, Erie was up at 60, but it actually dropped because of the cooler temperatures. West winds 10 to 15 knots and wave heights averaging around 1 to 3 feet, and that big, beautiful yellow blob back in the sky once again. So again, I don't think I'd want to swim in that because it's still a little bit chilly. Early look at the weekend forecast here, and it's not going to be as good of a weekend as we just went through, unfortunately. But neither weekend day is going to be a total washout. There will be the chance for scattered showers both days. Temperatures a bit below average into the lower 70s, but neither day is a total washout. There'll be times of dry time, but it won't be as fantastic as the past weekend as we just went through. So, again, I don't know what I'd rate it, maybe a B or a C. But here's the News Now cam. Bright sunshine, not a cloud in the sky, downtown Jamestown. Currently at 61, got a northwest wind to 16, got a wind gust of 20. The winds actually started to pick up last night as that cold front plowed on through, and we got a dew point of 44. So again, when the dew point's in the 40s, that means it's dry air. Here's what's going on. Beautiful high pressure ridge is now set up back to our west. These two high pressure areas are working in tandem to clear out the cloud cover and also bring us some fantastic weather, but it's still going to remain chilly through the next several days. So today and tomorrow, no rain. So there's nothing going on. This actually starts tomorrow afternoon on Future Scan, and the later afternoon into the evening hours, we'll start to see a few scattered showers start to come our way. Those showers will start to increase as we go throughout Wednesday night, going into Thursday. And again, we'll see some scattered showers and storms on Thursday. And again, we don't expect any severe weather out of this, but this will continue Thursday afternoon, and then it'll ultimately continue into Friday as well. But Friday, the chance of rain is going to be mainly in the morning, and then the afternoon should be mainly dry after that. But cooler, and talking about the cooler temperatures, the Climate Prediction Center believes that we're going to see below average temperatures. This goes almost until the end of June, so we don't see any signs of any significant heat. This is very odd for June. We should see temperatures into the 70s and 80s, but looking at long-range guidance, we don't see that occurring for at least several more weeks. So it's going to be a cooler June. So some of you may like that, some of you might not. The inland valleys today, temperatures should top out into the mid to upper 60s here. Lots of sunshine, but cooler than it was yesterday, but at least we won't have the humidity in play. Westward we go to the Lake Erie shoreline again with a west wind that'll keep you cooler. I know you want to sing it. I'm gonna soak up the sun. Come on, Matt, sing it with me. Next 7 days coming up, and 75 tomorrow. That'll be the warmest day coming up. And Thursday, again, there's that chance for scattered showers and storms. The temperatures fall below average for the end of the week, going into the weekend with scattered showers almost each and every day. Sports is next. Do not go away.
Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, community partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Tuesday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Former Boston Red Sox player David Ortiz is back in the U.S. after being shot in the Dominican Republic on Sunday. The Red Sox sent a plane to bring Ortiz back to the States for treatment, and it landed in Boston on Monday night. Ortiz was then taken to Massachusetts General Hospital. He was shot in the back and had to have parts of his intestines and gallbladder removed. Despite the serious injuries, his surgeon in Santo Domingo expects Ortiz to make a full recovery. Former NFL star Kellen Winslow Jr. was convicted of rape on Monday. The California jury came back announcing it had reached a verdict on 4 of the 12 counts against the former tight end. Of those, they convicted Winslow of 3, which included rape by force, indecent exposure, and lewd conduct. They found him not guilty on a separate count of lewd conduct. 5 women came forward with claims against Winslow, one of them being back 16 years. There are still 8 counts in which the jury have not reached a decision yet. The judge ordered the jury back to the deliberation room to try to come to a verdict on those remaining counts. Despite losing Kevin Durant to injury again on Monday, the Golden State Warriors took Game 5 of the NBA Finals 106-105 to stay alive. Stephen Curry scored a game-high 31 points for Golden State, adding 8 rebounds and 7 assists. Klay Thompson added another 26, drilling 7 trays. For Toronto, Kawhi Leonard finished with a double-double with team highs of 26 points and a dozen rebounds. The NBA Finals will return to Golden State for Game 6, which will be on Thursday at 9 o'clock on ABC. That's it for sports today. Back to you, Matt.
Alrighty, Norm, thank you much, and I personally can't wait for that. Jupiter, meanwhile, is so close to Earth right now that you can see its moons with nothing but binoculars. For sky watchers, Monday was the best night to see the moons. They call it the, quote, opposition, and that's when Jupiter, Earth, and the Sun are arranged in a straight line with Earth in the middle. When that happens, you can use a telescope or binoculars to spot Jupiter's 4 largest moons, and you might even see some banded clouds that surround the planet. NASA says this happens about once a year. This month, NASA said that Jupiter will be at its biggest and brightest and will be visible in the sky all night. Dakota, are you going to be looking out there?
Well, I used to have a telescope when I was a kid, but I don't know whatever happened to it. And I thought I had a pair of binoculars somewhere, but who knows? I think maybe I'll make a homemade pair of binoculars, maybe with a cardboard box and something.
You know,
Come up with something.
That reminds me, now that you mention it, I do have a telescope as well. Yeah, my grandfather got me one when I was young, and I've used it a few times. I should probably take it out there.
Yeah, let's break it out. Let's have a viewer party tonight.
Want it?
Sure, why not? I got nothing going on.
Should we look outside your house? Like outside the back? Or out the front?
Well, probably when it comes to seeing stuff like that, you'd probably want to be probably in the country away from city lights to see it better.
That's a good point.
Sort of the same way when you see the meteor streaking through the night.
So should we just go in the middle of like Ellington or something?
Yeah, let's go in the middle of the country.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I wish Justin was here real quick, because every time I think of Ellington, there is a saying that our old teacher used to say, Mr. Markham, but I'm going to digress and I'll tell him later. I don't know how appropriate it is for the broadcast, but I love it. I love it. You know what is appropriate, though? Do you?
Weather?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's get to it. So what we have going on for the kids coming home from school, I think this week is the last week of school, I believe. So coming up for the last week of school, right home, 61 to 67 today. Lots of sunshine. Gonna soak up the sun. Going to school tomorrow, 47 to 55. A little bit chilly, but we will warm back up into the 70s. There's 7 day, 2 more days. Well, at least 1 more day after today of sunshine. Rain returns through Thursday and lasts through early next week. But Friday through Monday, neither of those days are a total washout. There will be times of dry time, but at least the weekend, not as good as the last weekend. But hey, at least it won't be excessively cold and it won't be excessively too hot either.
All right, I'll take that. I think, yeah, Saturday I've got some plans. I think it'll be nice to... You have plans.
Yes.
We have plans.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, there we go. Well, Dakota, thank you for cheering me up for those plans.
You're welcome.
That's it for us today. Meanwhile, we'll be back tomorrow. News 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and that mobile app. You better download it right now. Apple Store, Google Play Store. Have a great day.